did you decide to start running on campus, or?
Did I? I do run if I'm late sometimes, yeah.
Specifically only late to, are you often late to class? Are you a bad
No.
student?
Pause. For those who don't know, this is Kyle Archer, a graduate assistant at Point Park University in the School of Communication, the on-field MC for the Pittsburgh Thunderbirds, creator and host of the Late Night Snooze television show at Point Park University, and an overall great guy. Last semester, he brought me in for this interview, which is still the craziest, most unhinged interview I have ever done.
How do you decipher to know what people are up to specifically? Like, do you have a process that you go through? Like, do you have like a fish line that you kind of just cast out onto Wood Street and Boulevard? Whatever you get, you reel it in. You're like, all right, Steve, come on to the podcast.
It's actually
Ever since then, I've been plotting my revenge. And well, today is that day. He is here with us on the Not Just Politics podcast for an exclusive interview. I hope you enjoy. That's what I've always wondered. The one thing about mic checks that's always been strange to me is that because here's the thing. Like you said, Mike, why is no one checking Mike? He always has to do it himself.
Oh, I check Mike all the
It's
time.
almost like a situation of everyone asks.
It's a good idea to close that door.
Everyone asks, who is Mike?
Yeah.
No one asks, how is Mike?
No.
Have we ever checked in on him?
Frankly, can I swear on this podcast?
Of course you can.
I don't give a shit about Mike.
You can swear on this podcast. You are allowed to do that.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, Kyle Archer, welcome. It's been a long time coming.
Thank you.
You and we'll play this for the people. The people who I will actually have seen this already. You tricked me into an interview that you then proceeded to jump. You jumped me with the most ridiculous questions I've ever been asked in my entire life.
Tricking you is an understatement.
Yeah,
on yourself.
It actually.
You volunteered to be interviewed.
By my friend Brett Powers, who has not been on the show, but esports Brett. He was supposed to interview me. Mm-hmm. And then morning he texted me, he goes, hey man, shoot, I'm got something come up, but can't interview you. Someone else is going to be there to do it. And I thought, okay, whatever. And then I found out that it was you.
Yep.
I didn't really know you. I knew
that well.
You. Didn't know you that well. I didn't know what I was getting myself into. Had I
Nope.
known you, I would have known what this was going to be. I had no idea. And then
nobody did in that class. It started off as a very script-read interview, which, and this is me. I'm sure that the people that watch this know that this is me. I find those to be very stale.
Yes. I do too, for the most part.
And I decided to de-stale it.
You went off script.
Yeah.
And, I mean, the people will have seen, because I'm going to put together a little video introducing you and showing people what you did to me, because I.
Do you need any dance clips?
Huh?
Do you need any dance clips for that? Do you want
I would like some. Yeah, I do need some dance clips.
Okay.
I do need, because that's actually funny. Like, the people are hearing this now, but I haven't edited it yet. But it's going to go in before.
Do you want the erotic ones or
this is
not
like
those ones?
No. Listen, we got to keep it PG over here.
Okay.
We got to keep it, even though you can swear, we got to keep it PG.
Okay.
Yeah. So maybe PG-13. I don't know.
Scratch that one, kiddos.
Yeah, scratch that one for real. But you're here now.
Yes.
And
you've been waiting for this for months.
I've been planning this for quite some time.
I feel like after I interviewed you, you walked out of that studio. I don't want to say defeated.
No,
but
I walked out of that studio
completely shattered and in shambles of a human being.
That's very accurate. I walked out not quite knowing. I feared
who you were anymore.
I feared for my life a little bit.
Yep.
I wasn't quite sure. I had done my best to keep up with you in that interview, but there was simply no hope of that being a reality.
Good, and that's what I really strive to be. That is that actually makes me really happy hearing, because that's what I am here to do to students. That's the Kyle Archer effect. So if you walk away from a session with me feeling hopeless, I have done my job.
That's quite the mission. That's quite the mission to have, to leave people feeling hopeless. We'll quote that. We're gonna make that into a clip of you going, "If a student leaves an interview feeling shattered and hopeless,
Yep,
then I've done
my job. I have done my job. I have accomplished my goal, and I'm proud. You know, my ancestors are reaching their ancestral hands through the clouds and shaking mine.
Who were your ancestors? Were they?
I was gonna say somebody horrible.
No. But maybe you could. I don't know. It depends on how horrible.
Genghis Khan.
Oh,
He was one of them.
He is. Isn't it like one out of?
Well, you know my real last name. You know
Is-
Archer isn't my legal last name.
No, you changed it, right?
Yeah.
To.
It is to Archer, but it was changed from Coons.
Yes, that's right. So that's pretty close to Genghis.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Genghis
I mean,
Khan.
Just one little.
And after
switch
a
up.
couple evolutions, Khan to Coons.
Yeah, isn't that a real thing though? That like every one in what is it? Something like crazy? Like every one out of every 10 people can trace their lineage directly back to Genghis Khan.
Yeah.
There's some crazy number, just because he was a wild dude.
Yeah, in every single possible realm of tracing back yourself to others, everyone is eventually can find themselves kissing Genghis Khan.
Yeah, that's an unfortunate reality, isn't it?
Yeah, unfortunate. It's
But
a
you're
choice
okay
word,
with it,
but-
aren't you? You're fine with
Look,
it. You're-
I can't change anything about it now, so why would I be upset about it?
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
You have a picture of him in your office. Actually, you're a big admirer. Of
Yeah,
him,
it's
aren't you?
huge. I painted a mural of him.
Massive. It's just a giant mural on his wall.
It's the whole wall.
And everyone comes in and they kind of be like, "Hey, what's up with this?" And then you got to explain to them like, "Hey, listen, it's artistic. This is artistic interpretation.
Mm-hmm.
He's my idol. I love." So that's what's in your office.
It's like I put a picture of Queen Latifah on my toilet, like on the front seat, the
Yes.
top part, and you flip it open and there's Queen Latifah's face. Not because I'm disrespecting Queen Latifah, but every morning I piss excellence.
Who is Queen Latifah?
What do you mean who's Queen
I don't know who
Latifah?
that is.
Dude, she's a legend. She's
for-
a legend in Hollywood.
I just pretended to know who that was. Do I have to Google this person?
I mean, now you do.
entertain the masses. I'm doing a Google search right
I know in 22 Jump Street she was married to Ice Cube. I don't know if that's a real thing. But yeah, she's just a Hollywood icon.
Oh, this person?
Yeah, actress, singer.
Oh, okay, yeah.
She does a
Okay,
bunch.
yeah, I know. Okay, yeah, I know who this is. On the inside of your toilet bowl?
Yeah, because I want to piss excellence. Not because I'm disrespecting her.
I honestly, I love that. Well, I know, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of interesting things happening in your office.
Oh yeah, don't go into my office
Lot of-
unless you're
no,
prepared.
don't go.
You know what's actually really funny?
Don't go to the end of the hallway on the 9th floor of Thayer Hall. Don't go.
Don't go to 9:15. Doors unlocked.
Don't go to 9:15, especially if the door's open. Just leave it be.
I had a student from one of my classes do. You remember the interview project that you had to do in Com 215?
Yes.
She reached out and said, "Can I interview about Late Night Snooze, my show?" And I was like, "Yeah, why not?" And we couldn't. We were gonna do it in the studio, but the studio was locked, there was a class in there, so we couldn't. And I'm like, "Why don't we just go to my office and do it?" And as we were walking to my office, I realized just how much Kyle shit is in there, which is a real thing.
There's a lot.
And we were walking down the hallway, and I was like, "Hey, so you might see some weird shit in here, but you could either just like ask about it, and I'll tell you about it, or we could just ignore it and just go about our day." And that's what we did. And I watched the final video, and I'm putting together a song list for a Christmas comedy album sketch that I'm putting together for my Christmas episode.
I've seen that.
Yeah. And she caught a shot of the list, and the last song on the list is "Where's My Christmas Balls?" And that's just in the video.
That's fire. I love that. There's a lot of stuff, I mean, I don't want to bring it up again, but that mural of Genghis Khan is literally, it's as big as this little 3x5 grid. It's about that big. It's huge. Like, it really is. And there's so much detail. You can tell that you really got into that.
Yeah.
Whenever you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, that's
interesting.
where loosely Nike got their slogan from Genghis Khan. You know Nike's slogan, right?
Just do it.
Yeah, just do it. Well, it translated roughly from "just do it." Well, it translated to "just do it." Originally, it was "you can do it."
That's so dumb.
No, it's a true statement.
That's not a true statement.
No, it came out in the 1650s.
That's not true.
1654, roughly about 12:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
Yeah,
of course.
There's no way.
I'm
I wanna
spitting
get-
facts.
But I want to get to this. I don't believe you. Late Night, so that's your show.
Yeah.
Late Night Snooze is your brainchild of you and Gavin Anderson.
Yes.
There's 18 Gavins at Point Park. This happens to be one of them. How did what was the inspiration for that?
The inspiration for that, it started off as a COVID baby project.
Okay. Well, so you've been working on that for a long time. I didn't know it was that long ago.
Oh yeah. So I hosted my own late night show in my attic.
Oh, that's right. Okay,
Yeah.
I have seen clips
Yeah,
of that.
with eight people, 8 of my closest friends at the time, lived in one single house with one bathroom.
Jesus.
It was a literal animal house.
Sounds like it.
It was the best of times and literally the absolute worst of times.
How many times did you have to take a shit and there was someone else already in the bathroom? Like, you know,
The amount of times I thought about just opening up my window because I was on the top floor and shitting out the window, unheard of. I've pissed out the window before. Me and my roommate, because we shared the top attic. We split it by a curtain, and there was one morning where we both heard our streams outside the window. We didn't say anything to each other at all, but we heard our streams.
completely.
And that's whenever we started talking to each other by saying, "Bro, no way."
See, you just heard it, and we're like, let's just ignore this.
No. We completely acknowledged it. But so all of us lived in that house, and nothing really was going for us. You know how 2020 was. So we were like, let's make something of it. All of us were kind of in the film world, TV world.
Yeah.
Everybody bought something different to the table. I ended up getting extremely into late night culture. I mean, I was before, but then now it was like trying to create it a reality. So I just decided to kind of throw my own show together from scratch and called it the Almost Too Late Show. We had 8 episodes filmed up in that. We did it bi-weekly, brought in guests, did a whole thing just in my attic. We turned my attic into a studio. It was awesome. It was a great time. Not great episodes. I'm really proud of them, but like they're not great.
Yeah.
And then from there, I took it to a campus class, and then from there we translated it into Late Night Snooze because I didn't want to give them the Almost Too Late Show name.
Yeah.
So I want to keep that.
Yeah, you
for
got to
me.
keep that for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, UView needed something like that.
I think so too.
They really did. Because UView is great, and I know a lot of the people there, a lot of great people at UView, but the one thing UView was missing was something that was just not that you can't have fun, but it's like Late Night Snooze, like that's for fun. Like
Right.
It's a comedy-based show. They've
Right.
got Sideline, which is a sports show. They've got News Night, which is just traditional news.
Yep.
They've got Entertainment on Point, which is celebrity kind of
Gossip
pop
type of thing.
culture, gossip music, that kind of thing. A lot of like Taylor Swift kind of stuff.
Yeah, they got Daybreak, which is kind of just like a morning talk show.
Yeah, they got
feel.
Daybreak. And
Yeah.
is there one more sports one that they have?
No, there's
No,
not.
it's just Sideline.
Just Sideline.
Yes, they had those 4, and they were missing. And I've always thought like UView needed some sort of almost satirical.
And
comedy.
kind of my angle with that, like number one, I want to develop my own comedy content and produce it in like the realist or most official way possible in the stage of life I am now.
Yeah.
So that was my angle for myself. But for other students, I think comedy is a great way to develop your on-camera personality.
Yes.
Because you just turn off your brain and you just do stupid shit.
Yeah.
And that opens it up for, so then whenever you get to like real sources, you're not so like stagnant or stiff,
Yeah.
You can be a little bit more loose while still providing real stories.
Yeah, I think that's important. I think that's a good thing to do is like, I think I agree with you. You have to, sometimes it's hard to develop, especially if you've never been on camera before ever.
Right.
It's tough to develop a personality if you feel a little bit restrained by the content. That's why I think it's been helpful with this is like we kind of have whoever we want on.
Yeah.
Like there will be this episode, which I think will be
a terrible business plan.
This
but
will be the peak. This will be peak stupid of the Not Just Politics podcast, almost guaranteed.
Did you just say you peaked? Or
No. I'm saying this is peak stupid. Like this episode here that's coming out, this will be the most ridiculous thing I've ever produced, and Gavin and I've ever produced, undoubtedly.
So you're calling me stupid?
No, I'm saying that what we're gonna.
You're saying
do
I
is
peaked?
dumb. No, I'm not. This is what he does. I'm scared. No, see now I gotta dig myself out of this. No, but that's the point. Is that. But like next week is going to be a very serious episode.
Okay, so I'm
we-
just not a serious person.
no.
Is what
I mean, I don't think that's who. I don't think you call yourself a serious person.
I would like to say that I'm a very serious, qualified human being that steps foot on this earth. And you brought me onto your podcast, and now you're making fun of me to my face. That's fucked.
Listen, I mean, I know he's joking. It's so hard. It's so hard to maneuver.
No, go ahead. Say your next statement. I'm ready for it. I want to hear what you have to say.
I'm not calling you. I am actually. This is the whole point. I brought you on the show just so I could decimate your image. That was the whole point of what we're doing today on this show.
Spell decimate.
Okay. I think I might be able to. Someone, can you pull us up? Can we fact check this, please? DEC. Or is it DESC? Is it one of those SC words? DECIMATE, decimate. Is that right, or is there an S in there? Or am I completely wrong entirely?
Pretty sure there's a 7 in there somewhere.
A 7, a 7 in there? You know.
While he looks at it, is it okay if I get a little comfortable?
Of course, yeah.
Cool, awesome.
Oh, no. I knew it. I saw it. There's another layer. There's another shirt underneath that
No,
shirt.
we're fine. We're fine. We're all hanging out.
Okay. Is this other shirt going to come off its own?
Hang on, we're getting the fact check. Hang on.
Yeah, this is the fact check.
Don't interrupt the fact check.
You're right. The word decimate. I think it's DECIMATE.
I'm gonna say DESS. There's no S.
DEC?
I
IMATE? Get fucked. That's it. So that's what we're doing here today.
is
That's the goal
fucking
of
me.
this show.
No, I don't
No.
want that.
No, I'm saying.
You just said that's the goal of the
No,
show.
you
After
tried
you
to-
said that
you-
statement,
you tried to
I don't
fact-
want this. I don't want this.
You tried to fact check.
This isn't what I want. I want a normal, fun conversation, a very civilized introduction of who I am.
Civilized introduction. No, but here's the thing. This is the only way for me.
I'm nervous now.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
No, you're not. There's no way. He's got another. Let me see. There's another shirt underneath that shirt, and I feel like this shirt that says trap. Wait, is that a house? Is that a trap house shirt? Is
Rap
that
house.
See, this is what I mean. This
What?
is what we're dealing with here. This is why I've got to be on my toes.
Do you want to? Have I ever showed you my SpongeBob laugh?
No,
Really?
no. Let's hear it.
Ah!
That's pretty good.
Pretty good. It
That's
scares-
pretty good.
A lot of people hate it when I do
I
that.
thought he was here in this room. Do you know him?
No, he's a cartoon character.
Hey, he's a fan. You don't know this? Have you not done your research?
SpongeBob watches the show. Wait,
Do you
you
not-
watch the show.
Do you not know who listens to this show?
Did you ask me if I? What? Oh, SpongeBob watches the show.
SpongeBob watches every episode. He's in my DMs.
That's
He said your last episode's fire.
how old is he?
22.
You know, actually, somebody did the math on this.
Yeah.
I saw a video recently.
Is
on,
he mad
on
old?
TikTok? Yeah, oh yeah, he's not like old, but at the beginning of the original SpongeBob SquarePants movie, there is a scene of him talking about how many employee of the months he has, and it's just a giant wall in his house with all of his plaques just scattered. Somebody counted all the plaques on the wall, did the maths, counted it all, divided by 12. I know. And they retraced to the first time they ever mentioned, like, they got an ID whenever he first started, like, the episode and showed, like, Squidward his ID. They got the number was, like, 17 to, like, 20, maybe 22, somewhere in there. It's a rough estimate. And then they added the math of the employee of the month, and it turns out he's, like, 44 years old or something like that.
He's a fan of the show.
Yeah.
So are the Paul brothers.
Yeah.
So is Barack Obama. This is what you're dealing with over here.
So Barack Obama's watching me right now.
For sure.
Hey, baby. He'll get it. That's an inside joke between him and
Do your
I.
best Obama impression right now.
I don't have one
Okay.
for multiple reasons.
Well, you're saying you can't do an Obama, even if it's like in admiration, even if it's just kind of poking fun? Moving on. Anyway, so back to late night snooze. What's going on next?
We're
What's
gonna
on
do.
the horizon?
We are doing a telethon, but instead of raising money, we're just seeing how many times we can fart on camera.
No, you're not.
No.
Is that? I was gonna say no, you're not. What's really the next thing going on?
Next thing going on, it's called a Cut To episode, is what we're doing.
Yeah.
It's at its base core, it's just a sketch show.
Yeah.
But we are gonna go to the newsroom, and every single time we try to tell a story, bring on a guest, or do anything in a real life story, we are just gonna be constantly interrupted by a commercial break. So the goal of that episode is to beat that joke like a dead horse until it becomes funny again.
Exactly. It'll be funny the first
It's going to be
time.
funny the first time, funny the second time. You're going to lose sight of it the third time, and then like the next 4, it's just going to piss you off.
It's gonna be, and then it's gonna.
But then that 8th time, hilarious.
it's gonna be funny again.
Right.
That actually will work.
That's the goal. That's
that
the goal.
That actually will work. That'll
Yeah.
be.
And then we're gonna try to do a pageant show. That was a student. A couple students wanted to do that. So we're gonna try to do that for one of them, and then we have our Christmas episode, and that takes care of this first semester.
Wow. How many episodes you done total then? 5?
Total. I'm editing a 4th episode right now.
Oh, so there'll be like 7 total then? That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's solid. Yeah, I mean, if any Point Park students are, I mean, I know, listen, Point Park, every single Point Park student listens, everyone listens to this show. Our viewer base is literally all of the people.
Yep.
So if you're a Point Park student, and I know you are listening to this, Monday nights, go to UView, go to the University Center, be in the live audience.
Yeah. No. Yeah. The live audience honestly brings out the show.
The live audience is the best part.
Yeah.
I still need to, I need to get a work shift traded off so that I can actually go to one.
It's so fun.
Go to
Try.
the Christmas episode.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, try to get to the Christmas episode. We had another idea, which
Can I
might.
dress up?
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do whatever you want.
I think for the Christmas, I think for the last episode of this show on December 15th, I don't know who we're gonna have on yet. I have to figure that out, but I'm gonna dress up. I might go full Santa.
Can I tell you my last episode for Enough for Conversation?
No.
A self plug.
No, you can. I'm kidding.
I can.
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
Yeah.
I already found out my guest. They are so down,
Okay.
extremely ready, and I'm very excited to have this guest on because I admire them completely.
Is it Don Green?
No, it's not Don Green.
Damn it.
Highly established person. That guest is very excited to announce this. Actually, it's myself. So I'm going to be interviewing
How?
myself for 20 minutes.
Are you gonna record 2 separate things and cut it together?
I'm writing a script for 15 to 20 minutes and interviewing myself. So I'm going to record on one side me asking the questions, introducing the show as a host,
Can't.
and the other side will be me as the interviewee.
This is what Point Park does to a motherfucker.
And
This is
I
what-
haven't
this is what it does.
decided on the word that I'm going to discuss with myself.
Because you get to, we'll talk about that next. Explain that part of your show.
That part of my show.
Explain enough for conversation.
Enough for Conversation is a series of episodes where I bring on a guest and we discuss and dive into the deep delves of words and what they mean to us
But it's
and what
one
they mean to
word.
society. It is one single word
One
that
word.
we discuss for 20 minutes. It can be any word. I have discussed lamps for 20 minutes. I've discussed recently kerfuffle.
That one was great.
I've done bamboozled. I have done butter.
Shout out Caitlin Scott.
Yeah, shout out. No, not shout out Caitlin
Yeah,
Scott.
I mean literally, don't even.
Gross.
Uh,
Just saying her word makes me want to vomit. My stomach, the lining of the insides, it's scraping my intestines because it wants out every time I say Caitlin Scott.
Jesus. But her word was bamboozled.
Yeah, her word is bamboozled.
That's great.
Yeah.
And I
So-
know what my word. We're recording. I'm coming on later today after we do this.
Yep.
And I'm not going to say what my word is.
Yep.
But it made me giggle.
I'm glad it made you giggle.
Yeah, it made me giggle. Yeah.
Get ready for it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I can.
Nope.
I don't think there's any amount of preparation that could get me ready for that.
No.
I don't think it's possible.
No.
So that's you. You're like
A pop star.
You're like a pop star. You're a celebrity.
Yeah.
You've got all the blue check marks in your DMs.
The way that I view myself is if I could be like a good president of the United States,
yeah.
I would be, but for a culture of pop sensations. That's who I am.
I don't understand. We have to rewind. You're saying that if you could, you said, I could be a good president of the United States.
Correct.
If I wanted to, or what exactly did you say?
I said, in the eyes, if I could be a good president of the United States, that's who I would be in the sensation of pop. At least that's what my mom told me. Every day growing.
Yeah, we're gonna move on. I don't really know exactly. I still am kind
It's okay. Not all of us are smart.
You're essentially saying that if you think you could be a good president of the United States, then you would be. in pop culture.
I have a question for you.
Okay.
I have a question for you. If I beatbox right now, can you freestyle to it?
No way. Absolutely not.
So, like, you're not willing to give it a shot?
No.
Audience, what do we think?
I'm
Do we
not-
want to do this?
I'm not. Hey, this is my show. No,
Look,
hold
they're
on.
cheering, they're
No,
cheering.
He's not. No, you're not taking over. This is my.
Is that what it
show.
is? Hey, raise your hand up back there if you want to hear
There's
it.
no one here.
There's 15 people raising
No,
their
there's
hands
not.
out of 20. Okay, well, the 5 of you suck, but whatever. All right, ready?
First of all, there's no. No, you're not doing this. You're not taking over this show. I'm just gonna put you out.
Nothing.
No, because there's no people here. There's no one here.
Now they're booing you.
They're not booing anybody.
Wow.
Listen, this is my show.
Look, if you guys want to get away from this
Hey.
show, come out to Late Night Snooze, Enough for Conversation. I'll take care of you. We give you candy at the end of the episode, too. You know, do whatever you need. If it's Enough for Conversation, though, we do wipe your brains after the episode, though, so you forget everything.
Are you done?
In my eyes,
this-
I've only just begun.
This is my show. You're not taking over this show. I genuinely was afraid earlier today. I was like, he might just walk in with some kind of costume and just flip the whole thing on me and interview me.
I would
It would
never,
just be you.
never do that.
Yeah, you would.
No, that's not who I am. I'm a
you
good
would.
guest, and I'm a good host, and I am a good...
You just tried to get me to beatbox. You tried to take over.
I didn't try to get you to beatbox. I beatbox, and I tried getting you to rap.
No, you're right. You tried to get me to freestyle.
Yeah.
Do you think we could actually convince people that we were beefing? Do you think we could actually like make a couple of clips to this episode of us fighting?
That'd be good.
And then build up like a fake beef.
That's a good segment, is arguing while cooking beef and call it beefing. Could like set out like a skillet here.
I'll do it.
Just-
Should we do that instead of the Trump skit that we were gonna do?
No, because we have to film that. for
Yeah,
that.
I mean the Trump skit's gonna happen.
Yeah. I still gotta write that to make it work, but I'll figure that out in like a splickety splick. I wrote the entire episode for the entire 30 to like 30-minute episode for episode 4 for Late Night Snooze in like 3 hours.
Just wrote it that fast. Because that's the next episode. There's a political satire episode.
Yeah,
Or,
we
like,
did
the
a
election show.
we did a mock presidential debate between Joe Biden. I was the moderator between Joe Biden and Stacy from Starbucks.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
That's so good. And Nick
We-
Konopka was
Yeah,
Biden.
Nick Konopka was
How's his
Biden.
Biden impression.
So good.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm that great at holding a straight face.
Yeah.
But I think that I can
No,
do
you
it
are. You're better.
well.
You're genuinely better than anybody. I've never got you to break ever.
I can hold a pretty good straight face.
You can.
But dude, Nick as Joe Biden, whenever we were doing
Oh
that
my
mock debate,
gosh.
broke me so many times.
I DM'd him and I said that we need to do an official Trump Biden debate in Lawrence Hall 200 in the big multi-purpose room.
Right.
And set up podiums, get a live and do like a full debate as those two.
That would be so good.
I mean, I told him I would be so down to do it. He was like, "We have to go all in. We have to get everything."
That's what he said?
We got.
He's down for it.
Yes, he was like, "We got to get cameras, U-view people,
Yep.
podiums, mics, everything."
Yeah.
I told him I would do it.
That'd be fun.
He should do it.
I think you guys should. That would
Is
be
he
great.
a senior or is he a junior?
He is graduating at the end of this semester, actually.
No, I was
Yep.
thinking maybe next year.
Nope, this is it.
No.
Yeah. He's such a brilliant kid. I have nothing but just mad respect for him.
Yeah, he's a good dude. I haven't talked
He's
to
good,
him
he's
much.
brilliant, he's smart, he's funny. He's gonna go to great places.
He is unlike yourself. Anyway, moving on.
I was having a good time.
Listen, this is for the
Sincerely
people-
talking.
for the people. All I'm doing is trying to get Kyle to break, and it doesn't work. It doesn't work.
Baby, I bend. I never break. I'm like this
know.
arm. See how it bends up, bends down? That
Yeah,
shit
people
doesn't
can see.
snap.
The people- yeah, I mean,
You know who
what
can
if-
snap? Me. Twice.
Twice.
I'm like the Jets, not the football team. Walking down the alley.
Oh yeah, there you go. Sure. Yeah. Anyway,
Do you mind if I get comfortable really quick?
I knew that shirt was coming off. Go ahead.
Sure.
Get comfy.
Part of my hat hair. I'm debating on growing it out or cutting it.
Get comfy. Oh no. What is this?
Just gonna get this out here. There we go.
All right. What is that? And what does that say?
What's up?
Not with the hood too. What does that say?
What?
Ticket to Broadway. That's what it
Ticket
says.
to Broadway.
Ticket
Dance
to
competition
Broadway.
that I used to work for. It's a crop top. I'm probably gonna cut my head out, but
What kind of?
so
What kind of? First of all, what kind of fit is this?
sick.
When you
That's
walked
what it
in,
is.
I was like, I don't really know what he's wearing. None of this really matches. Oh my gosh.
I think it matches in a
Wow.
certain degree. You know why I wear stuff like this? Do you want to know the deep dive of that?
Yeah, I'd love to.
So my
I am listening, by the way.
my mother was a school bus driver, still is. So whenever I had two choices, I could either get picked up from the bus that just drove by my house, or I could ride my mom's bus and just go to school that way.
Yes.
Normally, I feel like any kid in America would just ride their mom's school bus,
Yeah.
because they would be more comfortable with that.
Of course.
But I wanted an extra 10 minutes of sleep. So I didn't do that. Which meant once my mom left the house, I then got to dress myself as a child. And that was always a good and just a horrible idea.
Yeah, I mean that's and still doing it to this day.
Yeah, what's the worst outfit you've ever wore to high school?
That I've ever
Or
worn.
middle school, anything. Like the cringiest outfit that you can think of.
I don't know if I had a lot of cringy outfits. I never had any like shirts with like writing on them. Like I never had any shirts with like words outside of like I'm trying to think. I mean, even in high school, I didn't really have any. Now I have some because I have like Bridge USA shirts and like Braver Angel shirts and stuff. But worst outfit I ever wore. I don't know. That's a good question. I'd have to do I have no pictures from high school. I have
Sure.
to do like a deep dive in my memory.
8th grade, I made myself
Yeah.
a pair of lime green duct tape pants and wore them to school twice.
Stop.
3 times, actually.
You made pants out of duct tape.
Yes. I was a weird duct tape kid, and I made an entire pair of lime green duct tape pants. Wore them to school twice in 8th grade. Nobody said anything. Nobody cared. Well, they did,
cared at all.
but they weren't Kyle.
What is
You can't.
the point of this, by the way? What is the point of removing all of the? Are you going to take your shirt off next?
I'm just trying to get comfortable.
Okay. See, this is what scares me. Is he just says these things so casually, but I know that there's something else going on here.
No.
You don't listen. You texted me. I was getting ready, and you put "getting ready" in quotation marks.
How'd that make you feel?
Like you terrified.
If you want to lay down on that couch, we can talk about your psyche really quick and how I make you affect you.
There's no couch.
Well, there's a couch back there. 2 people just got up from it from the studio audience.
There's no couch. This is madness.
All right, yeah, you guys can go ahead and sit back down on that couch. All right,
There is no couch. There's no couch in here. There's no one here.
it's whatever. I'm not having this argument again with you.
No, we're not. We're not doing this again. But anyway, back whenever you got your newest cat, I wanted you to bring your cat with you, but I don't think that would have worked out.
Oh yeah, no, he would have been an ass. He scratched me actually pretty good this morning.
That is pretty good. Well,
Yeah.
he was a kitten back then, a seaweed.
Yeah,
Back when
seaweed.
seaweed was a kitten.
Yeah.
He was a cute kitten.
He was a cute kid.
He's a cute cat still, though. But you didn't.
I yell at him a lot now. Well,
Yeah,
he keeps shitting outside of the litter box, and I think I just need to change the litter. But I still have another container of that same litter that I'm just gonna keep using right now.
Right.
But
He's protesting.
he is protesting.
He's exercising his freedom to protest.
So what I did, as a good cat dad, is pick him up from where he was comfy because he shit on my carpet. Picked him up from where he was comfy, put his nose right up to his poop, to where it didn't touch it, but he was just smelling it. And then afterwards, I picked him up and put him into the litter box and just sat him in there for 15 minutes while I yelled at him and told him about the rights and wrongs between pooping in and out of a litter box for 15 minutes.
yeah, he didn't understand any of that. I
He
bet.
didn't. No, he just stared at me.
Understood none of it. But
No.
you had to say it.
I held his face like this, and I was like, look.
You did one of these.
Yeah.
Listen up, pal.
Yeah. And then I woke up and there was poop. There was poop on the carpet anyways again this morning, so whatever. Yeah. So there's nothing I can do.
Yeah, you got to train him better.
Hmm?
You got to train him better. You got to litter box.
Coming from you? Are you litter box trained?
No, because
You're
I'm
not?
a human being.
That's gross.
I'm a human being. I use toilets.
What?
Yeah.
You don't shit in litter boxes?
Don't start another one of these again.
No, I'm just asking.
No.
We're having a normal conversation. Because like I pee in toilets,
This is what happens.
but okay. So queen size beds, full size beds,
Yeah.
twin size. Well, I have a twin XL sized like litter box for myself. Because I thought about just like cutting one of those
What
in
is a
half.
twin XL?
It's what Point Park has for dorms. It's those. It's a little bit bigger than a twin.
Yeah, if Point Park actually gave people litter boxes, I don't think I'd be surprised that much.
Yeah. But yeah, the thing that's worse is like how sand gets in your shoes. Same thing with litter. Like it's just in my socks. It's annoying.
Okay, yeah. If you're
Yeah.
at home, yeah, that's probably a thing. I thought you were saying just like here, like in the city, like sand getting in people's shoes.
No, I'm talking about the litter after I'm done. Just,
Yeah.
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 The worst is like I kick too hard whenever I try to like cover it up. Whenever I kick it backwards, it's all over my wall right now.
There are people that are listening to this that might think you're being serious.
I am.
I think there are some furries that actually do that. Also, just briefly, real quick. What's going on? Okay. Let me pause this. We're gonna pause. We'll be right back, folks.
Stay tuned after this break.
Technical difficulties. Doesn't matter. We're here. Trevor Fitzsimmons is in the house. Hello, Trevor. Hello. Welcome. Welcome in the studio. Anyway, where were we again? What's up, Kyle? Kyle, what are you? What's going on, Kyle?
There's somebody in that lens.
Someone in the lens?
Yeah.
Okay.
Trying to see who it is.
What are you looking at?
Oh, no, there's two. Oh no, it's back to one.
Well,
Wait, nope, that's a reflection. Sorry, my bad.
you thought a reflection was a human being?
I almost started barking. I got nervous.
You started barking?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I was threatened and I needed to establish my dominance.
Okay. Well, that's fine. Where were we again?
I don't know. You
Let's
were
pick up where we
asking
left
about
off.
my alias. We just got over the alien abduction conversation.
I
How-
don't think that was it at all. But you are Spider-Man, right? Isn't that a thing? Well, we're gonna talk about it here. You are.
No, I'm not.
But you were at some point.
I don't even know who Spider-Man is
Well,
at all.
that's just
funny that
that's
you-
just an industry secret, I guess. That's just because you did have an.
I mean, have you ever seen me and Spider-Man in the same room? Have you ever seen Spider-Man and I not in the same room together?
not in the same room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, so we can't be it.
Good point. But you
Can't.
did have an old series of videos on your YouTube channel
Yeah,
where you were Spider-Man.
that was a character.
Sure.
Is that what we're getting into?
I don't know.
Have you watched the whole thing?
No, I actually have not watched all of those.
It's ridiculous.
'Cause
So stupid.
You took them down at one point.
I did.
was
I did.
like, bring them back.
I did.
now.
Well, I re-released them all. I put them all together in one conglomerative video, and it's like a 40-minute, like, long-term sketch. Basically, it's Harry Osborn and Flash Thompson. Flash has a video project that he has to do for school, and he doesn't really know what to do it on, so he just starts recording things.
Oh, who is that?
We have another
We
person.
have a friend. It's friend of the show. Who is that? Come on in.
Hello.
Come on in. Grab that chair right there. Our friend Clumsy the Clown is here. Clumsy, pull that chair up real close to Kyle.
My appointment.
Real close.
It's my
real
appointment.
close to Kyle. Is he real closer? Come on in. Really.
Hey, how's it
Yeah,
going? Hi.
Yeah, like really, really on top of him. Now, how is that right there? This is our friend. What do you think? Anyway, but don't focus right here.
Right here? Okay.
Right here.
Right here.
Yeah.
I like it.
Don't pay him any attention.
No attention. I won't.
That's the objective.
Hey.
No, hey.
Sorry,
Hey, he gets nervous.
Clumsy has cute eyes.
That's what I'm saying. He gets nervous if you look at him.
I'm nervous.
You can't do any of that.
His name is Clumsy, and my name's about to be Clumsy because my
Clumsy-
hands are sweating.
Clumsy the Clown is here. But anyway, where were we? So that's a fun video series that you did.
Yeah.
I need to watch it. You need to send it to me
Yeah,
so we can.
I will.
Yeah. Hey.
Sorry.
Hey, watch. Watch it. There.
Sorry. I can't. I have bad control of my.
Watch it there, Kyle.
I'm getting lost in his eyes.
I know you.
It's like eating applesauce. Once you start, you can't stop.
Well, also, Kyle, for our video or for our audio only listeners, can you explain the situation?
So, you know, what's your name again?
No, explain what's going on over here near you.
My hands have gotten sweaty.
Yeah.
There's vomit on my sweater already, and I think it's mom's spaghetti.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm a little nervous, but I'm kind of calm and steady. So I'm just going to kind of keep dropping bombs till I'm ready.
No, but who's our friend of the show? Clumsy the Clown is here. Explain this to everyone. This is explain what he's wearing. Explain.
I don't know what you're talking about. You told me to pay attention to you.
Well, I did, but I need you to bring them into the. I need to bring the viewers into. Hey, Clumsy the Clown, watch it. There, you're okay. Just don't hands.
See, this is where I get lost in
hands
translation.
inside the cart.
This is where I get lost in translation because I'm told one thing on this show between. I'm sorry. What is your name?
What's my name? My name is. You know my name. My name is.
Okay, all right. I've been lost by somebody that has amnesia to bring into this studio to talk about a conversation, and really, that's kind of it.
And there's a clown sitting next to you. There's a clown sitting next to you.
Yeah, I mean, this isn't anything new.
That's about it.
Yeah.
You want his.
Oh,
He's
thank
offering
you.
you his birthday balloon.
Thank you.
How nice of you, Clumsy the Clown. That's great. A nice little birthday. Hey.
I like the way helium feels on my nipples. I'm sorry.
I don't understand. What were you gonna do? Were you gonna put it under your shirt and have like a beer belly kind of thing? Or
No,
what were you gonna do?
no. So whenever I get excited, it's really actually whenever I only see clowns.
Yeah.
My nipples get really pointy, like hard.
Right.
So the goal, see, they're already deflating. The goal
Jesus.
was to put the balloon underneath my shirt and have them slowly pop it because it's not like a loud pop. And then eventually the helium would have got sucked into my areolas.
So you were gonna pop Clumsy the Clown's balloon? That's not very nice. He loves that balloon.
Do you like this balloon?
He loves that sad pizza birthday balloon. He loves it. You kidding me?
Yeah. So do you know?
Yeah.
'Cause we actually, I think I've met you before.
Long time pals.
I'm pretty sure.
you
No,
actually
you
have-
remember Timmy's birthday? It would have been 3 years ago. Yeah,
No,
Timmy's
yeah,
birthday.
You might have. Yeah, you know him.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I
That's
don't
great.
because there's no way that we could remember that. So I was there. I was there as a family friend. Actually, I don't really know anybody.
Where are we now?
I know. I went into. I'm telling you the story about how we know each other. We ended up going to Timmy's birthday party, and this was actually a really weird time in my life where I was just crashing 8-year-old birthday parties to hook up with their moms, and it's not something that I'm proud of it.
No, pause.
Yeah.
That's menace behavior. That's crazy.
Look, I'm not proud of that time in my life.
Okay.
Timmy ended up being there, and I knew I noticed those eyes. That's why I couldn't stop looking at him.
Well, that's
Oh,
not
yeah.
Timmy. That's Clumsy the Clown.
Well, yeah, I meant clumsy. Yeah, I'm sorry. Clumsy me. And what we get it. And what we saw is we saw the cake, and what do you do whenever you need to split a cake into multiple pieces? Just what do you do real quick?
I don't know. You gotta. Well, we're gonna move.
You cut it with a knife. We grabbed the knife and murdered everyone at the party. Oh yeah.
no.
Oh, that's exactly. Yes.
No.
Yes.
Clumsy,
That was a
why would
great.
you-
That was a great interpretation of what Timmy did.
Clumsy. Why would you do that?
He's not allowed to tell.
Why
We
would
signed an NDA
People are
at the
wa-
end of that episode.
They're watching this. Everyone's watching this. You admitted to a crime.
No, I admitted. He didn't say anything.
Okay. Well, now Clumsy's leaving.
Bye.
Bye, Clumsy the Clown. That's it. He admits to a. Wow. I mean, really, what an interesting.
It's great seeing you
character.
again.
What an interesting character. What a great friend of the
missed him.
show, Clumsy the Clown. But really, admitting to a crime and then leaving. Isn't that a little bit of a problem? Isn't that a little bit of a...
Not really. I mean, that's kind of his MO. That's his vibe because after he murdered that entire family, he left, and I had to pull the bodies all into the lake, to the river, and everything like that.
Yeah, he just very casually,
Thanks.
Yeah, he just very casually walked in here, and I didn't know he was coming today. That's great.
It's wild.
He might make an appearance later on in the continuity of the Not Just Politics podcast universe. We'll see. He's a legendary friend of the show.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But where does that leave us?
Where does that leave us?
Yeah, where does that leave us?
Don't go to Timmy's birthday party. That's where it
particular
leaves
moment?
us.
Well, we have learned that. Don't go to birthday parties, especially with any moms, because that's a real
Single moms. I don't.
Yeah, 'cause that's a real problem.
I don't do the married ones.
Yeah, true. That's a real problem. because that's a real issue. That's a real issue. But anyway,
I consider myself a savior, but we can move on.
you consider. I want to go into that. Why do you consider yourself a savior?
Well, these little kids, they need like a father figure, and I want to try to be that for them.
Yeah. Okay,
So I'm their savior.
that's understandable. Hey, do you mind if I get comfortable real quick?
Sure.
Do you mind? Okay. I'm gonna get, because we're doing this whole get comfortable business.
Mhm.
I figured maybe I would bring out an old piece of lore. I thought that I'd bring out entertain the masses, Kyle, because I can't talk. Listen,
Oh, Carson, that's your name.
the original fans.
Okay.
The original fans will remember. I gotta stand up real quick. I gotta straighten all this out. I'm really sorry, folks. I know this is. No one's gonna know. Shoot, where's the? I have a prop. You want a lollipop, Kyle? Why are you on your phone?
Sorry, I was playing Clash of Clans. What's up?
You know, it's crazy. I was about to ask you, are you playing Clash of Clans? Do you want a mystery flavored Dum Dum?
Mhm.
There you go. But you can't eat that on the air because that's against the rules of podcasting.
Okay.
Just let me very quickly.
So you just want me to put
I
this
just
away
want
for
you to
now?
I want you to just kind of keep it there as a token of our friendship.
Sure.
And we'll do a little cheers to that.
I like
Here
it.
we go. And we'll have that later. No, why would you sit on it? This is a bad idea. This man is. But anyway, so where were you? Sorry,
It's kind of like whenever you accidentally sit on a bag of Skittles.
I would like all of our viewers listening to this episode too. We're gonna drop an Instagram poll of how many times they've accidentally sat on a bag of Skittles, and I guarantee you're the only one.
It happens more often than you think.
How does it happen?
You get a bag of Skittles. This is why I asked you for the bag of Skittles a while ago. Because
You did, because I borrowed your hot dog costume for the mocktail mix-off.
Exactly.
were
And
like,
you gave
"Pay
me back a
in
bag of Skittles. And
Yeah.
you thought it was just some fun little joke. But in my mind, I was setting up myself for successful failure.
Successful failure.
Successful failure.
So you're successfully failing.
Well, I failed successfully.
Okay.
Because
Yeah,
whenever
that's
you
what I
accidentally
said.
sit on a bag of Skittles, if you sit on it the right way, the bag pops. And if it does it right, a Skittle shoots up in your butthole.
I have to shut that. We have to. This is. I don't know. You know, when you said, can I swear on this podcast? And I was like, sure. I had no idea that would be the least of my concerns. That you're worried about shooting a Skittle into your butt.
I'm not shooting a Skittle.
Well,
into
you
my butt.
are.
No.
You said if you do it right, that's what happens. That's the desired outcome?
Not really, but I mean, if it happens, you're just there. What are you going to do about it?
Should I keep this at my apartment and break this out? Should this just be a piece of lore? Just the flaming hot
What?
Cheeto costume?
What?
This.
That?
Yeah.
Oh,
Should I just bust this out every
you look like
once
a
in
bloody
while?
turd.
No, I think I look like a flaming hot Cheeto.
Whatever makes you sleep at night.
I think that's exactly what makes you sleep at night?
Legally, I'm not allowed to tell you that
Why?
for legalities.
Okay, but what keeps you up at night?
What keeps me up at night?
Yeah.
Very, very flaming hot Cheetos.
Very, very flaming hot Cheetos.
Yeah, it's like the
So
super
not-
red bag.
So not me. The spicier version, the 2 degrees spicier version.
Damn right, it's the spicier version of you. That's what keeps me up at night.
No. I think if there's anyone still listening to this episode,
Everyone
you're
is
the
still
real-
listening.
You're the real heroes of this show. So flaming hot Cheetos keep you up at night? Kyle, why are you looking out the window again? Who do you see? Stop barking. What? I'm telling you, stop barking. Why are you barking? You're not a dog.
It's that freaking reflection, man.
It's not a person. Stop this.
He's looking.
I
at
don't
me.
even know. I'll be honest. I have no control over this episode, but I particularly
Feels like you have control because you had this all planned out. The clown,
Well, I
everything.
do.
Was this your
No, I
attempt to
didn't-
get me to break?
I didn't plan this. You thought I planned that? You thought I planned Clumsy the Clown showing up?
Show me your phone and your text right now.
Texts in to whom?
Go ahead.
To
If you
whom?
didn't plan it, show me your text.
Show me which ones.
Clumsy.
Here, I'll show you.
Or Alex.
Listen, I'm telling you, that wasn't Alex. Why?
Okay.
Why would I be talking to Alex?
Well, if you're not, show me your
It's
last
not-
text to him right now.
It's not Alex. My last text to Alex?
Mhm.
Okay. Here, I'll show you my last text to Alex. I'll show you. I'm telling you. You can scroll through. I'm telling you. I'm not. This is not. Look. I'm not. I didn't plan this. Alex is. Do you think Alex is Clumsy the Clown? Is that what you think? Because he's not. Okay? He's his own person. You know him.
Mm-hmm.
He shows up organically. What did you do with my phone?
Nothing.
Give me that. What did you text him?
Nothing.
That's what I thought. So I didn't plan that. I brought this with me, but I bring this with me everywhere I go. I have this just in case a conversation with you breaks out. Why are you looking at me like that? I really didn't plan Clumsy the Clown.
That's fine.
He showed up on it. He shows up. Listen, he's his own man. He shows up on his own merit. He shows up whenever he wants to. And I have no control over any of that. You can be assured of that. Why did you think it was Alex?
I was
You
trying
think
to
he looks
go
like Alex?
onto this podcast to promote myself,
Yeah.
my work,
Yeah, no,
what I
absolutely
do.
not. Yeah. I wasn't going to let that happen.
As we have distinguished earlier, I am a very serious person.
You are
I
you are quite possibly the least serious person I've ever met in my entire life. Well, you're serious, but you're not serious. You know what I mean? This is really, folks, I'm sorry.
Are you serious right now?
I know this is, well, no, I mean, I'm in a Flaming Hot Cheeto costume, so how seriously can you really take me?
That's why I'm offended that you think that this would be funny.
Well, this wasn't really necessarily to be funny. This was just to kind of throw you off a little bit or to see if I could. I have to kind of gauge. I have determined that if we're going to send anybody to the aliens whenever they come to this,
We've already had this conversation right before the break.
we're going to send you because you won't crack. They won't be able to get anything out of you.
Hmm?
That's what I've determined.
Yeah, because I have skin. I don't, unless I don't have like a lotion on or anything like that. But
What? No, I mean, like, they wouldn't be able to get you to give up any
you know,
information.
we're not eggs, right?
Why
Humans are not eggs.
Yeah.
Do you? Because it really seems like you don't.
What do you?
The way that you've been talking about me, people, and I've seen you conversate with anybody outside of this, you just treat them like raw eggs.
What?
You just throw words.
Hey.
You just throw words
Hey.
out in a loose carton. You don't even check the carton
you're-
at the grocery store.
Hey,
you just pick it
hey,
up.
Hey, hold on. That is slander. I thoroughly check my eggs at the store, so don't get that twisted for a minute. You
know what's crazy?
Piece of crap.
I'm still
And
sitting on
also-
this dum-dum.
And also, yeah, stop sitting on the dum dum. You're gonna.
Do you want this one?
No. Why would I? You better eat. You better consume.
Could end up
that
like the
later,
Skittle, yeah.
Right. You better consume that later. But listen, how dare you? First of all, I always check my eggs at the grocery store. You son of a, you piece of crap. And secondly, why are you yawning? And what do you mean I treat people like raw eggs? What does that even mean?
Do you got any milk?
What? No.
Really?
People are gonna watch this part and actually think that there's beef.
No, I asked for milk, not beef. They do come from the same animal, but
This is the part where I give up, I think, almost entirely.
why?
Because I don't know where you're going.
Huh?
I don't know what this is.
After this, you said that you're going to get lunch. Might tag along with you guys, and then we're going to go do my episode. That's
Well,
where
that's
we're
the
going.
plan. Yeah, we're gonna go get lunch. Trevor, can I come get lunch with us?
So you do know where we're
Get
going.
lunch? No,
Do you have questions for me?
I've been asking them. I've been trying to figure you out.
That's what you've been doing?
I still haven't done it. I still haven't figured you out.
All right, well, pull it from your phone.
No, they're all up here.
Oh,
They're all in the Cheeto.
hit me with your next
This
question.
is where I store all of the questions.
Okay,
Why do you
bring them out to the shelves.
Why do you how here's my question for you. Let's go back to the bag of Skittles thing. How did you discover that?
Accidentally sitting on one.
So there was a bag of Skittles.
Yeah.
Do you look in the chair before you, because it seems to me like you don't look at the chair before you sit down in it. Do you just blindly trust the chair?
Do you blindly trust chairs?
No, I look at what's on the chair before I sit down on them.
Every single time.
Yes,
You're telling me that every single time before you sit down, you've looked in that chair to see if there's anything on there.
Yes, that's what you do with chairs.
You're lying to yourself.
You have
You're lying.
eyeballs that
Yeah, I
work.
have eyeballs. You're looking at them.
Are you real?
See him? Bleh, eyeballs.
Did you actually know that? Now we're breaking character. This is a real thing. Did you actually know that when the human, that the eyes are just an actual extension of your brain that got pushed outside of our skulls?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
So's your feet.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
See now you're being ridiculous.
No, I'm not being ridiculous. That's
You're
a real
really
statement.
good at this.
No, it's a real statement.
You're really good at being ridiculous. That's
You're-
what I'll say about you.
Fun. My 7th grade science teacher, Mrs. Barger, he doesn't give a shit about you.
No, listen, your feet are not an extension of your brain. Your feet are your feet.
Okay,
This
that's
is
just a
just-
ridiculous statement.
This is a fact. What else is a part of your brain then, you scientist? You're not an expert on anything science.
Well, recently, I mean, if we're keep circling back, and you really want to know the answer, I can give you 3. Number 1 is your nose, not the tip of it, but like just in the middle of there. That's an extension of your brain.
That
Number
I actually
2,
might believe because
Yeah.
it's on your face.
Number 2, it's the tips of your fingertips. Not the fingertip, but the tip of the fingertip. Number 3 is something that scientists are actively working on to see if there is a remote connection there. Skittles.
No, this is ridiculous. We're moving on to something else. Who in your mind is, or what in your mind? I don't know. I was trying to make up a question on the fly.
No, go ahead.
I couldn't do it.
No,
I couldn't.
you're
figure
doing
it
great.
out.
You're doing great.
Do you have anything you would like to add?
You said you didn't want me to take over this interview or this
You've
show.
done that already multiple times.
I
so
haven't.
I guess I'll.
No,
give
ask
you-
me your question. Who do you think?
Who do you think? Who do you think is the best? Who is the best Point Park? Who is? I don't know where. This is a terrible question, but now I have to continue with it.
Probably Herbert Hoover.
Out of all of the people that have ever been at Point Park, who do you think's the best?
I'd say Herbert Hoover.
Herbert Hoover was not at Point Park.
Yeah, he
This
was.
is not a fact. This is not. No, this is not true.
You just disqualifying anything that I have to say.
Well, because what you're saying is nonsense, and
It's
so
not
so
nonsense.
this is what I do to you. This is how I get you to break. Is I'm just gonna not believe anything you say.
Okay, well then that's your fault. Then we can't have a conversation, and therefore you're a terrible podcasting host.
Damn, that was rough. That is a lot of damage.
See how I circled that back
That's
to the
like-
first interview?
You did.
Yeah.
Yeah. That could be you going, are you a bad student?
Are you a bad podcast host?
That still makes me laugh. No. Maybe. I don't know. No one's ever told me.
I think you're a good podcast host.
Oh, thank you so
I do.
much.
I
really
do.
appreciate
I
it.
respect you. I respect you as a person. Since you're disqualifying anything that I have to say.
No,
I
I'm not
respect
actually
you as a
doing that.
person.
If you're being ridiculous, I have to try to stop you.
Stop the absurdity.
Well, I don't really want to stop the absurdity, but I have to. There's a lot of narratives out there, and I've got to try to keep them a little bit under control for everyone's sake.
Okay.
I'm a hero.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a savior too, just like you are for single moms at birthday parties. I'm a savior for the people that are listening to this show.
Which are a lot of single moms that host birthday parties. Hit my line, Kyle Archer.
a lot of single moms hosting birthday parties listening to this podcast.
You know what's actually really funny? So I hosted a Monster Pumpkin event.
It's really hot in this thing, Kyle.
Yeah, it's a hot Cheeto.
It is. That's a good ass point.
I was hosting one of my events that I do, the Monster Pumpkin Festival.
Yeah.
And I was just walking around, people come in, come out. It's an open public event. And there was a dad, probably in his 40s, and a son, probably 9 to 12, somewhere in there.
Okay.
He had a hoodie on that just said, "I heart hot moms."
I saw that picture. That's fire. That's awesome.
It was
I
the
need-
greatest thing I've ever seen in my life.
That is great.
It was so good.
The kid was wearing it.
And a child.
What a baller.
I want to be that dad whenever I grow up.
What a baller.
How do you
That's
think?
crazy.
How do you think you would be as a father?
As a father?
As a father,
I think I'd be all right. I think I'd be decent.
yeah.
I think I'd be pretty good. In what context? What's the situation?
Like if you fall in love with another flaming hot Cheeto, do you think that small cheese puff would be a good cheese doodle later?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's that's hilarious. A little cheese puff. Yeah, I think I'd be all right. I think we'd figure it out. It's a learning process.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's a thing.
Yeah. I mean, for the sake of cheese puffs, it's all about the learning curve of the puff.
Yeah, that's true.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Are you a what is it? Just a regular hot Cheeto, or are you a cheese puff guy? Like, do you like them whenever they're condensed? Or
No. I actually don't like. My hair keeps getting in the way. I put product in it. It's not doing anything.
Yeah, we can tell.
I actually don't like cheese balls or cheese puffs.
really?
I don't like the Arians. I'm not a big Cheetos
So you like
guy,
the crunch
but
instead
I
of
like
the
crunchy. Yeah.
yeah.
I like the crunchy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I go back and forth. Sometimes I like that aerated sense of.
I'm a crunchy guy though. I like crunchy. I like crunch bars. I like crispy. Crispy is good. Crispy is the way to
nice,
go.
nice. What's your favorite candy bar then? Is it a Crunch bar?
Kit Kats are up there.
Kit Kats are up there. That's a first.
The-
You know,
the-
I'm a big Butterfingers
You can
guy.
snap those. Those are crunchy. They
I
got a
love
little bit of
Butterfingers,
crunch.
yeah.
Butterfingers.
Yeah.
Anything with crunch. I'm not a big Milky Way guy because I feel like it's all kind of the same texture.
I don't like Milky Ways either.
You know, Snickers are okay.
Snickers are overrated unless you really want one.
I agree. So too. I think that I don't really reach for it. You know what I really fuck with right now is Kinder Bueno bars. Oh my gosh, Kinder Bueno bars are so good.
That's a made up word.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. You're just being ridiculous.
Kinder Bueno bars.
No,
They're good.
I'm disassembling your ridiculousness.
No. But anyway, moving on. But that's
See, that's how I feel.
That's a really.
That's
good
how I
word.
feel. Whenever I try to talk and you just get it shut down, that's how I feel. It doesn't feel good, does it? No. You feel a hole in your heart. It starts to burn like the sun of the eucalyptus trees. It sucks. It sucks. Teardrops are falling from starving children, and you
Whoa!
just refuse to talk anything about it.
How did we get to starving children?
You saw the track.
No, I didn't.
Now hop on that train and ride it.
I don't know. Oh, have you ever ridden a train?
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever been on a train like a traditional.
I rode a train from Chicago all the way to Montana, which was a 32 to 36 hour ride somewhere in there.
Jesus,
Yeah.
did you sleep?
Oh yeah, you sleep on the train.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why were you going to Montana?
Me and my dad took just a father-son road trip out there.
Oh, fun.
We drove from here to
and by that you
Chicago.
mean a train trip.
Yeah, well, we drove like from a car.
Yeah.
You know, it's like that thing with four wheels. It has an
Yeah, no,
engine.
I
in
drive
it.
one.
Oh, okay. All right.
I
Sorry.
have my-
I just don't know what you know and what you don't know. So we drive from here, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. That's a city in the western hemisphere of Pennsylvania, like the south part. Are you
Yeah.
looking it up?
No, but I'm still listening to you. I'm not looking at. Listen, Kyle, I need you to understand something. Aside from spelling, we don't really fact check people on this show. And that's a fact. And I actually prefer it that way.
So you're writing down my quotes to fact check me later?
Isn't that great? Should I put that
Oh,
on
so you're
Instagram?
Snapchatting. You're Snapchatting in the middle.
No, but listen, I was
Of
going
our
on- I was
podcast.
going on Snapchat to send a message to somebody.
I'm gonna bring this back because I've brought this sentence up in the past. You brought me on to your podcast.
I did, yeah,
and
yeah.
you have been on your phone nonstop.
I haven't. I've been on my phone 3 times. Listen, I there's a lot of things going on. I'm very busy.
Me too.
I had to send people. Yeah, but again, you agreed to do this.
Mm-hmm. You agreed to do this too.
I did.
It's a two-way street,
It is agreed.
and we're both driving one of those cars. Remember the car thing, the four wheels and the engine and the.
yeah, I know.
We drive one of those to Chicago, and we get to Chicago. We hop on a train.
Okay,
train
gotcha.
takes us to Montana. We take another 6-hour car ride from a rental car from the north part of Montana all the way to the southern part of Montana. I hiked the mountain. It was cool. I almost got to the top,
Could you
and
have
then I
just
got very
Could you
lightheaded.
have just rode the train to the south of Montana?
No, it didn't go south.
Damn.
Yep, just went east to west.
Just a straight.
Pretty much,
line.
yeah. It was really cool because
Interesting.
my dad, he passed out probably about like 9:30, 10 o'clock or something like that.
Yeah.
And I just went out to like one of the train carts there was normal seating with seats out of the view. A seat is this, what you're sitting on right here, just looking out from the side. I didn't check any of those seats to see if there were Skittles. Luckily, there wasn't any on the train.
Yeah, you're not looking at seats apparently.
No, I don't. And then the entire cart was just made of glass, so you could look out the window.
Well, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, and it was just at night. So pretty much you're kind of seeing a little bit of like darkness, and then we that part of the train ride was whenever we went through Minneapolis. So it was cool. It was cool.
Okay.
Trains are actually really cool. I like them.
Your trains are cool. You know your last name is Archer.
Mm-hmm.
Are you one?
My grandpa is.
Have you ever?
Yeah,
Have you shot a bow and arrow?
I have a
before?
crossbow at my apartment right now.
No, you don't.
Swear to God.
That's an illegal weapon in the state of Pennsylvania.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
If you have a license for it, it's not.
You have a crossbow license.
I do.
Can you show it to me?
It's at my place with the crossbow.
Oh, you don't keep it in your wallet or whatever
No.
the heck?
Mm-mm.
Really?
No.
So you actually have a, but is this like a Nerf crossbow?
No, it's a real crossbow.
It's a real crossbow.
It is a real crossbow.
And it shoots.
Real arrows. I have 3 real arrows.
You'll have to show me that because I don't think I believe you.
Honest,
You
let
are
me
actually an
gauge.
archer.
Let me gauge your interest,
Okay.
or not interest, your believability.
Okay.
Scale of 1 to 10. How much do you think that I actually own a crossbow with 3 arrows that is hanging on my wall right above my cat's litter box in my closet right now?
Next to the giant poster of every dictator from the 20th century. Kind of like the Genghis Khan one.
Well,
you have
it's
there.
not. It's not a picture. It's actually like a big puzzle that
Yeah,
I put together.
You put it together and then you glued it down and you were like, "This is actually I really love this. Let me put it on my wall in my room."
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you gonna get in trouble for me saying that?
Hmm?
You won't. It does. It's real, but it doesn't matter. So the crossbow's right next to that
Yeah.
on your wall.
Yeah. Scale of 1 to 10. How much do you believe that?
6. I'll give you a passing grade. I'll give you a passing grade in middle school.
I'll take that. I'll take that.
And I mean, in a public school or whatever the heck it is.
Yep.
Yeah.
How many
Okay.
people did you graduate with in high school?
97.
Oh, so you were smaller class size.
No,
too.
wait a second. That's not true.
If you tell me 98, I'm kicking you in the head.
We started with 120 something. I think we started with like 127.
Yeah.
And then I think we got down to about I think about 20 to 30 people dropped out.
Yeah.
By the end of the year. Don't do that voice ever again.
Why?
As a favor. But that's how many people. How many people did you graduate with?
Probably about like 67.
That's pretty small.
Yeah, I was like 60s or like between the 60s and 70s or something.
What is this?
What?
What character is this?
I don't know. It's just, I'm not.
You have
doing
multiple
character.
personality disorder?
Who?
Do you have multiple personality disorder?
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just noticed you flipped your hat around.
Huh?
Why is that?
It's been like this.
No, it was facing forward before.
You're facing forward before.
Why did you not put on the Trap House t-shirt?
The Trap House T-shirt is for trap houses, and I noticed that this wasn't a trap house, so I felt uncomfortable wearing the shirt in a
Here's-
non-trap house.
Here's my question for you.
Yeah.
Who am I interviewing right now?
Kyle Archer.
Who is this?
I am
Did
the
you think that this-
Archer.
Did you think that this was a
I
Trap
am the Archer. Yes.
House? Don't sing.
What?
You're not allowed to sing.
Oh.
That's one of my rules. So you thought this was a trap house.
Oh.
Did you think that I invited you to a trap house to do you know of any trap houses?
Yeah.
Could we do the next podcast from a trap house?
No.
Wouldn't that be kind of hilarious? Fucking podcast in a trap house.
I'd be supportive, but I don't think that you could do it because
I'd be supportive.
you refuse to just rap over any beat.
No, I can't do it. I can't do it.
Have you ever tried?
Yeah. While ago. It's not here's the thing. This is what you're really good at just on the fly. Like I've been in your office and you just come up with ideas for late night snooze skits that are genuinely funny.
Right.
And you just kind of like, "Oh, what about this?" and then you like map it out and you're there.
Yeah.
It takes me a while to figure out things.
That makes sense.
It takes me a while to figure out like
all right,
ideas.
let's have a serious conversation because I'm
Okay.
actually curious.
Okay.
What is your creative process? What does that look like?
It depends on what I'm doing.
I don't know, just kind
Like for podcasts, for podcasting, it's different than for my Substack, and it's different for.
of you're just working on a project. Just a creative project. It
Okay.
could be anything. I mean, if you want it to be if it's different, what's like
It
just
could
the
be like
usual track for you? Everybody's different, and I'm always curious.
For podcasts, it's a little different because this is I think this is the thing that I am probably better at than anything else is just talking to people.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll do a bit of research. I'll put together some questions. I did none of that for you because I figured the more I tried to control this, the less I tried to control this, the funnier and more ridiculous it would be. So
You didn't
really
prepare for me at all.
No, not really, to be honest. I mean, I prepared this, and I sort of got together, I kind of to get myself in the right headspace to have this conversation. It's very different than the other
It's
stuff.
the Kyle Archer effect.
Yeah, no, it is. As long as we all in this room today leave feeling hopeless, shattered, and crumbled to bits, you've done
I have done
your
my job. I've done my job.
And by facilitating that, I've done my job.
Another key point that I like to hit is if you feel like you have watched me do anything and you personally felt like you have wasted your time,
Oh my God.
I've done my job
Incredible.
too.
Amazing. But my creative process for podcasts, it's a little different. For podcasts, I try to, you can't do yes no questions. It's not a thing. Like it's best practice to not do yet. Like this, I'm sure. It's like you can't. I try to think of questions that are a little bit deeper. I try to get past the surface level. So I don't know. My creative process for podcasts is a little different. I haven't really ever fully mapped it out to the point where I could explain it to somebody.
Sure.
But for a Substack article, it's like a thought dump.
What is a Substack article? I don't even know what that is.
Well, Substack is like a website. It's like a blog site.
Oh, okay.
Kind of like
okay.
Patreon for writers.
Got it.
But mine is free. Like I think most of them are probably you're not being charged too much. That's kind of like what it is. So like for that, it'll be like a thought dump into a Google Doc after I've been thinking about something for like a week or two, and then I organize it, and then I have people help me edit it, and then it goes up.
Checks
on
out.
my page. Yeah,
That makes
that's
sense.
pretty
That
much
makes
it,
sense.
Yeah.
I feel
Your
like
creative process has got to be. It's very different.
yeah, it's
Because you,
if I'm starting from scratch, I mean, to be honest with you, sometimes an idea. I mean, you've seen it in live,
I've seen it
happen
happen.
live.
Yeah, I've seen it happen.
It's something just pops up into my head, and then I sit with it for about 0.2 seconds.
Yes.
And then it just starts booming ideas off of that
And then it-
idea
yeah, and then it goes,
until it formulates into something else. If I'm having like for lack of better words, writer's block, I just brain dump shit onto a piece of paper, into notes, onto a whiteboard until something strikes and I start lining up the pieces. That's pretty much it. And then from there, I take it from, throughout the whole steps of production, pre, pro, and post.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I get writer's block sometimes, but if I get writer's block, I just kind of wait because a lot of the time stuff that I'm writing about is not
That makes sense.
like I'm kind of
I journal a lot.
formulating it as I go.
I journal.
I wish I journaled more. I used to journal a lot.
I'm starting to do it more often because I think it helps free up your headspace for
I think so too. Yeah, writing
takes
things
away
down-
distractions so it can free it for creativity in your normal 9 to 5 action day.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Writing things down is great.
Oh, yeah.
It's very helpful just to get stuff out of your brain and put it on paper, even
Right.
if it doesn't make sense.
No.
Here's the thing. Honestly, this is, and I kind of realize this is maybe my creative process when I write Substack articles is you write when you're angry, you edit when you're happy.
Yeah.
That's how I go about it. Like if there's something that's going on in the world or if there's some discussion being had in our culture that really pisses me off, or if I think it's just kind of not going in a productive direction,
Right.
I will let it build up inside of me until I'm ready to explode. And then I just put it all into a Google Doc, and then I wake up the next morning and I'm fine. And then that's like when I add,
That's interesting.
I have 2 articles that I've been sitting on for a couple of weeks that'll come out soon.
There's a method that I use now, and I learned this from a book called literally How to Write Funny.
That's fire.
I don't remember who the author is off the top of my head right now. This is whenever I was doing my pre-work for the Almost Too Late show before I launched anything with that. I was doing all the pre-steps for it. Because I always knew that I was kind of just like a goofy individual, and I wanted to learn how to take that and put it onto paper and actually, translate it into something that would make sense.
Yes.
But this author broke down writing funny or in a creative way into 2 different things. Number 1 is you have to separate your mind, whether it's creative. So whenever you're writing stuff, whenever you are jotting down ideas, you need to shut off your internal editor. Because, your internal editor, whenever you write something like, if we replace everybody's arms with spaghetti noodles, that's funny. And then your brain's like, no, that's stupid. That's the part where you need to shut off, is that part that says, that's your editor. So you need to turn on your clown, which is the part that's just writing, and then just freestyle, write all your stuff down, and don't even care if it's good or bad. And then, after that, you shut it off, you shut off your clown, and then you start breaking it down as an editor. Yeah, so it's a clown versus an editor, and just how to balance that.
That's interesting. See, I guess that's what I have the most trouble with whenever I'm writing is
You see a lot of clowns like I do.
that I see a lot of clowns. I see a lot of clowns on social media. I see a lot of goobers out there. We're talking about
Hey, Clumsy's back.
clown. What do you mean Clumsy's gone?
What's up, man? Yeah, sure.
No, Clumsy. No, move that. Clumsy's not. That's not Clumsy.
He's right here.
No, he's not. Anyway, I have trouble.
Sorry, I
doing?
got lost in his eyes again. It just happens all the
he's
time.
not. This is we just got into a serious part of the conversation. Don't ruin this. Don't ruin this. What are you doing?
Go, continue.
My problem is that my internal. Who is that? Oh, what's up?
Oh, hey, what's
Alex?
up,
How
man?
are you, dude? How's it going?
You met
I'm
Clumsy?
I'm a Cheeto.
Yeah. It's right here.
He doesn't know. I'm telling you, Alex doesn't know who Clumsy the Clown is. Alex, you can sit right there in that yellow chair. So you can. You're, thank you for joining us today.
Sorry I'm late. I was
Very-
running errands.
Sure. Yeah. No, I understand.
was.
Busy day.
Yeah.
He's a very
yeah,
busy
it's-
guy. Alex is. Listen,
Stuff out there.
Can you seriously move that chair away from you?
Hmm?
Yeah, Alex, move that chair. Move that chair out of the way there. Yeah, get
I
that.
guess he wants to go. All right. Yeah, you can sit over there.
No, yeah, just push it back. Anyway, getting back to this.
Yeah.
What's going on? I have no idea anymore. But that's what happens to me. Is my problem is that I edit as I write a little bit too much,
Don't do that.
and I try to get rid of it, but because for some reason in my brain it's like I'm writing the final. I know that I'm not writing the final draft,
Right.
but I'm always checking myself for biased language, demonizing language. Like I'm always checking. For
I think
that.
that's a good thing to have, but not as you are writing.
Yeah, no, it's a good thing to have, but I have trouble separating it
Yeah.
from that.
Yeah. I mean, you just have to acknowledge in your psyche to turn that shit off the second that it starts.
You know, I try.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. I'm
really gonna-
gonna pivot this conversation really quick with a question that I have for Alex, who just walked in.
I'm really scared.
Alex, do you check seats before you sit in them? Or do you sometimes just, sit in the seat? You see a seat and you just plop down.
Well, sometimes that's my seat.
Right, that's your seat.
I'm a sit there.
Yeah, and you don't
No,
really,
no,
you
no.
don't, hey, no,
No, I'm not gonna let you spin this.
but
no,
no.
this is my show, Alex.
I'm asking you, do you look at your seat? Do you visibly look at your seat, check it out before you sit down in it? Or sometimes you just turn around and just plop into a seat?
I mean, sometimes I check.
He said sometimes he checks, but that also means that sometimes you don't, right?
But sometimes there's someone sitting there, so
Right. Have you
I
ever...
sit there anyway.
Right.
But,
So you're telling me that you've accidentally sat on a person.
yeah.
And I think sitting,
Hey,
accidentally sitting on a
Hey.
person.
Sat on you.
Yes. It was thrilling.
No. Hold on. Time out. Don't do this. Don't do this. Hey, listen. Sometimes you accidentally sit on a person, guys. It just happens to the best of us.
No, here.
Don't-
No, that's what he said. I'm asking the
Nonsense.
questions.
Sitting in people's laps, actually.
So
No.
here's what I'm pulling together in this detective
Trevor, what about
case
you?
right here.
I'll sometimes check, but not all the time.
Not all the time. So sometimes if you accidentally sit on a person, sometimes you'll accidentally just sit on a seat without looking on it. So it's not hard to believe or just agree that you could accidentally sit on a pack of Skittles and have a Skittle shoot up your butt.
This is. You see how you get roped. You see what you get roped into.
That's happened to me before.
Thank you.
I'm about to shut these cameras off. This is ridiculous. What is this? This is not.
What are you?
Huh?
What are you?
What do you think I
Yeah.
am, sir?
What are you?
A Skittle that went up your butt.
That's
No.
what I'm saying. He looks like a bloody turd.
I'm not a bloody turd. I'm a Cheeto. It's
That's
written on-
exactly what a
Let me
bloody
get-
turd would
can I
say.
get a taste?
Absolutely not. You stay right where you are. That's what I thought.
Really hungry, but okay.
Well, we're gonna go get lunch after this. You want to come with us? We're all at this point. We're all just gonna go get lunch together after this.
You're supposed to be
Like
interviewing
that
me.
scene
This
at
is
the end of The Avengers.
Well, listen. I try to interview you, and then you try to take over my show, and you try to interview Alex. Try to interview Clumsy the Clown when he gets nervous, and I told you that. You try to
let him talk to you
gaslight.
like that.
You listen. This is what you do. You try to gaslight me into thinking that it's just normal to accidentally sit on a pack of Skittles and one shoots up your butt.
that.
This is This is ridiculous.
That sounds nothing like I would do.
See, no, that's exactly what you said.
What?
You tried to gaslight all the people in here into thinking that people are just accidentally sitting on bags of Skittles.
Think of it this way. At least this is for me. I would stick M&Ms up my nose when I was a kid, so maybe it has to do with that.
You were a dumb.
So no, tell me.
You were a dumb idiot kid. That's
So
what
then
we all
tell
did
me the
that. We all did
difference.
stuff like that.
Tell me the difference between sticking M&Ms up your nose and accidentally sitting on a bag of Skittles and shooting a bag of Skittles up your butt.
Well.
Tell me the difference.
Where do I begin with that difference, huh? Where do I begin with that? All right. Listen, we're not even going to go into the difference because you know what it is, and you're just being ridiculous.
Okay, fine. I mean, if you don't want to answer the question, you don't have to. Let's move on.
The difference? Yeah, I'm not doing this. This is absurd.
Yeah. What's your next question?
This is not what you're not a very good interviewee.
What do you mean?
You're rushing things.
I'm not rushing.
Let me do my thing.
All right, I'm gonna sit back. This is your show. I apologize if it seemed like I tried to take it over.
Damn right, it's my shit. This is the not just politics. Listen, you do not have authority over me or Gavin in this process.
I
This is
understand
our
that.
show. You're here. Just sit tight for a moment, all right?
All right.
This is my next question for you. Where do you want to go get lunch? Because I'm actually very hungry. What are we at now?
I hear that you really like condotta.
How far are we in? No, hold on. No, don't do this. Don't make me go back there. If I eat another Condados taco, I'll turn into one.
Oh, yeah.
We're at an hour 40?
Hour 45.
Okay. We're good. We can roll this for seriously, where do we want to go for lunch? Because I'm actually very hungry.
This is my question.
Yeah, this is my question for you. Where do you want to go?
I'll go anywhere. I don't care.
Okay.
It's not.
It's not helpful at all. You're not very helpful. That's what I've noticed.
No. So I am a guy that just goes with the flow.
You
I
can
don't
go with
really.
flow. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you go with your own flow.
I
though,
do go with my own
because
flow.
You
And if I typically don't like the group's flow, what I've noticed about myself is I will just trail off and do my own thing.
Oh, I thought you were going to say that you would just become like a brutal dictator and gaslight people into going with your flow.
Dude, I'm trying to have a serious, normal conversation with you. Come on,
You'll just
man.
go off and do your own thing. Well, you'll just go off and be Spider-Man.
No. That's a ridiculous statement to have.
He is, though.
Not.
Guys, he is Spider-Man. Alex knows. Alex has seen the videos. He's seen the footage.
Yeah.
They leaked.
Don't make me leak them again.
What's leaking?
The videos
Oh,
of you
sorry.
being Spider-Man. Don't make me do it again.
That was like a weird P thing.
Not that I did it the first time, but seriously, don't.
Okay.
You know.
Okay.
Anyway, I think we're gonna wrap.
Five Guys. No, we got another 10, 12 minutes.
Five Guys. Hey, you don't. Again,
It's perfect.
we are Five Guys.
Mm-hmm.
Should we? Well, first of all, you don't get to tell me when to turn off the cameras or not.
That's true.
Again, I've noticed this. Do you just think that? Do you walk into how many? Do you do interviews with other people? Like, how often do you get interviewed?
Not often.
Okay.
A couple times. I think people are scared too. Which is fair.
I wonder why.
Well, here's the thing too. I feel like at the beginning of this podcast, we had a very good conversation, and then,
where did it go south with us? Where did it go?
what?
What happened? Where did it go south with?
Where did it go south with us?
Yeah.
The second my brain said, "Oh, you can make a bit out of this," and then, and then it went from there.
So this whole thing's just been a bit.
You know, a bit.
I have a couple of bits that I do on this show.
Yeah.
Like Logan Paul watching every episode. That's a bit. He does really watch, but I just turned it into kind of like it's kind of a thing that I do.
I believe it. Yeah.
Yeah. Have
Sarah,
you tried Prime Energy?
Hmm?
Have you tried Prime?
never.
Good, don't.
I heard it's really bad, but kids love it.
It sucks so much.
Yeah.
It is. We tried it with Angelo
Mm-hmm.
on the show,
Mm-hmm.
and it is without a doubt. This one should go up on the Instagram, by the way. This Prime is without a doubt. It's just it's almost nothing. It's like it's everything. Gatorade is everything that Prime wanted to be, and it didn't. It's terrible.
Yeah. I don't really care to try it. I don't. It just
Yeah, it's not good.
doesn't pique my interest. I have hit the point in my life where I'm kind of like that grumpy old grandfather dad that just likes what he likes. And
Honestly,
but like I found the stuff that I like. Sure, I'll branch out. I'll try some new things. But like,
I'm such a boomer.
for the youth.
I'm such a boomer at heart.
Yeah.
Like, not in the sense of like, let's fuck around and find out, which is what that entire generation did to the planet.
Yep.
But in the sense of just like, I'm just kind of at that point already where I know what I like. I get the same when I go to a restaurant. I mostly get the same thing every time.
So
I'm not like I will branch out sometimes, but most of the time, like if I go to Noodles Company, I get the same thing.
I will say though, with beer, I am a trier. But what I do is I pick the weirdest and wackiest sounding name, and I'll order that every single time.
That doesn't surprise me.
No, it shouldn't.
Doesn't surprise me at all.
It shouldn't.
I'm not a beer
It's a
guy.
dangerous game though. I used to not be either.
I don't like beer at all. There's not a single beer I've tried that I've.
I went to this place in Shadyside called Urban Tap. It has over 100 beers on draft.
Don't give them a free plug.
I'll give them.
They're not sponsoring this show.
They're called Suburban Tap, and
There we go.
yeah,
That's better.
and they have over 100 beers on draft.
Holy cow.
Yeah,
That's
and there's
like-
there's a big board with all their names on the list. So you just look at it and you're like, yeah, I'm trying Orange Cream Crush Floaty today.
Yeah, I think it's a bunch of just stoners that name.
That's Condados.
That literally is.
That literally is.
Condados, I think, is just the place that we both work at, not at the same location. Thank God. But anyway, as I was saying,
I'm thinking about translating to downtown. Actually,
that would
Here
honestly
soon.
be fire if you did.
I would.
would
I'm trying to get out of Condados. I'm trying to move on in my life from
So
serving
am
and
I,
stuff.
low key.
Yeah.
But seriously, everything on that menu was made by a stoner and named by a stoner.
Oh yeah.
And
Oh yeah. Ooey gooey.
the
Blue
Ooey
Dream.
Gooey, the blue. Oh yeah, have I told
Purple
you?
Haze.
Listen, for all the people that know about Condados, did I tell you that I was at work? I was working the takeout kitchen at the Condados in downtown Pittsburgh.
That's what I used to do.
Somebody ordered a Blue Dream, which is the best taco on the menu, by the way. For those who don't know, it is a Doritos Locos taco, essentially. It's called the Cool Ranch Shell, but it's essentially a house-made Doritos Locos taco shell that has a tortilla around it with queso in the middle, and then it gets beef, lettuce, tomato, and avocado ranch. That's my favorite taco on the menu. They ordered a Blue Dream, and under the modifiers on the takeout order, they put no dream. I swear to God, they said
I love
I
that.
would like the Blue Dream
No dream.
without the dream.
I love that.
And then when she walked up to the window and my manager said, "What do you mean by
You know-
this?" She said, "Oh, I just want no tomatoes."
You know what's my favorite part? That's funny. That is funny.
She said, no dream. The Blue Dream without the dream. She meant no tomatoes.
That is hilarious.
I mean, it's one of the greatest. We laughed about that for the rest of the day.
You know what's my favorite thing to do whenever I order food and send it back to the kitchen? So how I am on this podcast is exactly how I am in real life.
24/7. This is what people don't understand.
Oh, yeah,
He
no,
doesn't
I don't-
stop.
I don't
That's my
stop.
point. For any of you that are watching this show that think that this is a character or that this is planned,
Yeah.
none of this is exaggerated. Not a word. This is how he is all the time.
Yeah.
This is just what you do.
No.
What I do is I will write like special requests, and I will type out an entire paragraph underneath my taco saying
You're that
like,
asshole that orders the taco, but everything is a side.
No.
You assemble it yourself at home.
no. What I write is make this taco with extra care and extra love, but I don't want Jake's grimy hands touching my taco. Keep those filthy fingers off my shell. I'm trying to change my eating habits. Thank you. I will just write stuff like that the whole time.
Like that?
Yeah, I will. And sometimes I will write like, I don't even want Tia to look at this taco. Like, it's the best thing because I go back to the kitchen
No
to
one
get my
look at
food, and everybody's just like. One time I brought my harmonica, and every time I walked through the kitchen, I just played my harmonica as I swapped through.
Have you seen that trend now where these guys put harmonicas in their mouth and then they shoot each other with like airsoft guns in the leg and then they see if you can like not make any noise?
That's yeah, I've seen that.
Without
That's
a
funny.
doubt, the dumbest. It's the dumbest, but it's funny.
Yeah.
It's funny.
Yeah.
Because some of the guys will like hit like a perfect harmony. They'll hit like a perfect chromatic scale with their pain through a harmonica. Will you consider that for a late night snooze skit?
Yes and no. I hate those videos, but I mean, it's just the reason why I hate those videos is because it's so mind-numbingly dumb.
It's brain rot.
It's brain rot,
brain
and
rot content.
I hate brain rot content that gets like 2.7 billion views.
No,
it makes me angry.
That is actually frustrating. Whenever Kylie Jenner posts a picture of an egg and it's like, this is the most liked photo. It's like, really?
But that's kind of
kinda
funny.
fun. I mean,
I like that.
It's kind of.
But I know
funny,
what you're
also
saying.
it's
I know
like-
what you're saying.
I scroll through Instagram. The incentive structure's all off because I
Right.
scroll through Instagram and there's just some chick dancing and it's not even like a real dance. 7 million likes, and
Do
then
a
I go
little
to a guy that's like, hey,
Make a
I
little
spent
love
48 hours.
down tonight. Ow.
Stop singing while I'm trying to talk, please.
Yeah.
But I see a guy I see these guys, or even anyone that does amazing art, like genuinely incredible art, and it's like 280,000 likes. And
Yeah,
it's
it's
like,
just
why is that? Like,
it's
why
rough.
is that?
It's rough. It's rough out
Anyway.
there.
Real knife fight out there.
Can I steal your thunder for like a second?
Yeah, that's fine. I'll give you one.
All right.
One.
All right. I assume that we're closing out here soon, right?
Yeah. We're gonna wrap.
So since we're wrapping here soon,
Yeah.
you have me on your show, your podcast.
Yeah.
Really, in my eyes and thoughts,
Mm-hmm.
we have a live studio audience at this point. Other than the people in the back, they moved from the couch again.
They've
so if you
never
wanna
been here.
pull that up. You have one final chance and one final shot to ask me any burning, questionable desire that you've had about me for the year and a half that you've known me. And now is your chance to ask any question that you want.
I don't think the people need to know anymore. I think that this is a good introduction to you as just a silly man. This
What
is
the
good.
fuck did you just call me?
You're a silly man. That's who you are. You're a silly, mysterious guy. And I think here's what you are. You're like everyone's favorite character in a movie that has no backstory, and we're never going to give you one because if we did, it would ruin the magic of the character.
Well, that's kind of messed up, huh? You think that's funny? Just having people show up?
You have multiple.
Have people show up, and then, you just try to give them no story? They deserve a story, you see?
No, this is a story though.
There is no story. You're the story. All you got to do is color it.
All right, we're gonna go. See you guys later. That's been Kyle Archer. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.
I really appreciate you.
I appreciate you coming out here.
Thank you for the live audience.
Live audience.
This has been fun.
Fun.
And you will be seeing more of Kyle in the future. Just remember to bring a helmet next time.
And to check your seats before you sit on a pack of Skittles.
That too. Bye, everybody.
Bye.